Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com here with you, and this is going to be a very, very quick intro because we have a lot to try to cram in, and it's not all going to fit. But I recently had the pleasure of sitting down with my friend Scrimmy the Dirtbag, who's been on the show many times over the years in various incarnations. He's played in a bunch of bands. He's got quite a bit of solo material at this point, and he and I recently sat down and got caught up on everything that he's doing. And he does a lot in the New Hampshire music scene. He has I've known him for nearly 2 decades, and he's always been a very busy guy with a lot going on. So we're going to open it up with a couple of tunes from one from his band, his newest band, and the other from his newest solo album. Let's dive right in because we have a lot to get to. And this is we're going to open it up with a track from his band Razorburn City, and then some of his solo stuff, and then we'll get right into the interview. So here it is, my recent sit down with Scrimmy the Dirtbag for this week's Local Outbreak.
Making holes in the back of my head. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. I spilled all their guts as I poured out my soul. I came and I ran them all through. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. I set them on fire so you'd have life. Now all I see is you. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you. I sent them to hell and I gave my soul. Didn't see red and I lost all control. Now they're all dead. Now it's just me and you. Last night I dreamed I killed everyone but you.
The gentleman you just heard, and I actually played that track yesterday too, and got some very positive comments on it. That is Scrimmy the Dirtbag, who is sitting over there at the news desk. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you, Matt?
That's a big responsibility, being at the news desk. Like, for the time that you're here, you're the best newsman in the business by default.
You're in trouble now.
Yes, yes. Let's see. So that was, of course, I Killed Everyone But You. Very, very nice song. A romantic ballad, if you will. No, that is a great track, though. And I did get some, I know we were going to save everything for today, but I played it yesterday to kind of give people a preview of who was going to be coming on. And I did get some very nice comments on it. So people really dug it.
Seems to be the one that everybody wants to hear at shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, of course, is from, actually, I'll hold it up for people watching online so you can see it. Scrimmy the Dirtbag and the Cocaine Zebras. And the name of the album is Spare Parts. And when is this coming out?
November 22nd.
November 22nd. Now, is this a world radio premiere? We like the world premieres here.
I guess so, yeah.
Yes. Excellent. And before that, too, to open the show, we played something from your band Razorburn City.
Yes.
A track called Snowstorm in Reno, which I really like. That's a great opener.
I like it a lot.
So I listened to that just today, and I was like, I got to open the show with that. That's a good high energy way to start. So it's wonderful to have you here. You and I have known each other for almost 2 decades now.
Yep.
It's like, where does the time go? And I always, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but, most people I know, I can kind of figure, okay, I've known that person for 5 or 6 years or something like that. Okay, I've known that person for maybe 10 or 12, somewhere around there. But you're the only person I can think of offhand who I can always figure out exactly how long I've known you. Do you have any idea why?
I feel like, we worked together a long time ago.
Right.
And then we've always pretty much done promotion and booking and whatnot.
Right. But there's a very specific reason. I met you at when we were both working for the company that we used to work for back in 2001. I met you right after 9/11 happened.
Okay.
Because one of the first conversations you and I ever had was about 9/11.
Oh, no.
Like the day that I met you, because I was working at the store in Concord and you came down from Guilford to help.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we had a conversation about 9/11. So you're like one of the few people in my life who I can figure out exactly how long I've known you for based on that.
It's too bad that has to be your point of reference.
I know. Well, it's got to be something, right? And of course, I've interviewed you actually many times over the years.
On your show, yeah. I think I was up here and I did an interview a few years ago.
Oh, yes. And I ran into you last night, of course, at the LA Guns show.
Yeah.
I was there to see Edgewise.
That was a good time.
Yep. Jenny and I went, and Edgewise opened, and they were phenomenal. They've been around for 20 years. Can you believe it?
Yeah. I've known Chris for at least a decade. Chris, the drummer.
Yeah. Chris,
who I've had
Hayakuna.
an on and off again recording project with him.
Right.
Since we met. So.
Yeah, I think when those guys were in here, was it last week or
Probably
the week
last
before?
week.
Yeah, it must have been last week. That's right, it was. Yeah, he had mentioned that you and he were doing something together. So you've been in, how many bands have you been in? Do you even keep track?
Well, I don't know how it counts. Like ones that actually did anything or ones I just put together for fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
More than 20?
Probably.
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
Everybody gets sick of me after a while.
Really? Yeah. Is that why you started doing solo stuff?
I had a tour booked with my old band, Yankee Cockfight, and the band dissolved before the tour, and I didn't want to cancel the tour, and I had a handful of songs already ready to roll.
Yeah.
And I just went on the tour anyway on my own.
Right, yeah. Is Yankee Cockfight completely done?
I would assume so.
Okay. No, you guys had a tumultuous relationship, but
It is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. But and you, what do you play? Because you're one of those people I'm always jealous of who plays multiple instruments.
I mean, on the Cocaine Zebra stuff, I just play rhythm guitar and sing. I do both poorly, so I have a really great band that fixes all of that.
Okay, so I have to. Well, let me say this: when I listened to "I Killed Everyone But You," I was actually very impressed with, because usually your vocals, they're kind of rough and whatnot, and that suits the style of what you're doing. But you sing pretty well on that. Like, you actually do have a nice voice.
I've come a long way.
Yeah. No, you have. Because I listened to that and I was like, he actually sounds nice. You know what I mean? Like you can definitely sing.
Thanks.
A lot of the projects
I have my moments.
Oh yeah. A lot of the projects that I've seen you in over the years, you've done backing vocals and maybe a little bit of lead, but no, I listened to that song. I was like, geez, he sounds really good on that.
Thanks.
Did you do anything to get to that point, or was it just a matter of, because obviously with the solo material, you've been singing lead.
I became the singer of my band by default, so over the past couple of years, I've had to just kind of figure it out.
Yeah. Well, it worked. So, well done. And now, why is this Scrimmy the Dirtbag and the Cocaine Zebras? Who are the Cocaine Zebras?
The Cocaine Zebras is a thing. It's Eric Ober, Kevin Landry, and Leviathan. But the deal is I've been changing the name of the band pretty much per show for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And it became a joke. And then we decided that this was the main version of the band, and we decided to pick a name.
Yeah.
So when the Cocaine Zebras play, it's a very different show than most of the other versions.
Right, yeah. Leviathan.
It's a pretty tight unit.
Leviathan, he's in multiple bands too, isn't he? Yeah.
He plays in the Night Blinders, and he plays with me now.
Does he play in Donaher too?
Not anymore.
Oh, but he did.
He did.
Okay, good. All right, I wasn't imagining that. Yeah, and Eric Olber, he's done a bunch of
he's a
stuff
machine,
too, right?
Yeah. He plays with Oddfellows Way, and I believe he plays with Brooks Young, and he plays with Dusty Gray.
Yeah.
And he was in the Grebes for a while, and I met him when he was playing in Rippin' E-Breaks. And,
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's great.
He's been in a lot of bands.
He's the guy you want to have around.
Yeah. You're tuned in to Local Outbreak on IPM Nation, in 100.1 The Planet, Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com, and here's more of my recent interview with Scrimmy the Dirtbag. Brett Higgins is asking, so were the songs around a while, or did you write them specifically for the new record?
The song we just played, the I Killed Everyone, was actually, it's been around for a couple of years. We put it out on a split EP as a demo about a year and a half ago, and we re-recorded it for this. There's a song called Flesh by the Pound.
That's a great song,
that's
too.
exclusive to this record, but it's been kicking around for about 3 years, and I never finished it until this.
Oh.
Break the Moon is new to this album. There's a song on it called Last Apology that's brand new that nobody's heard yet. There's a cover song on there that I can't say on the air, but it has some guest vocals from Doug from Scissor Fight and my homie Nick Barbarian and John Fadden from Onera and Ichabod. And then the first song is just more of like a instrumental collaboration between everybody in the band.
Oh, okay. Jenny is here as well. Hello.
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 She was. We were at the show
You were there last
night.
night too.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're wearing the
indeed.
shirt I gave you.
I am. And I took your advice and
Cut it up.
cut it up.
I was gonna wear mine, but then I wore the other Edgewise shirt yesterday. I didn't want to wear an Edgewise shirt 2 days in a row.
Why?
But I'll probably wear it
Why
tomorrow.
not?
Well, because that'd be weird.
Because why?
Because people wouldn't necessarily know that it was a different shirt, so they think I just wear the same clothes every day.
Well, I mean, you should say.
Right.
Truth comes out eventually, you know.
Right.
Saying.
Yeah, I was laughing when I read the title of the last song on here.
Wait, I have to see that now. You have to show me that.
Well, you can. I don't know if you can see it from there.
No.
But,
Jerk. You're a jerk.
but what
Let me show you. Hold it up a mile away.
with Razorburn City? Are you guys playing out as a band at all? Or?
Yeah. No, we've been a band for 2 years so far, but we've only been active since like last January.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
but it's I grabbed a couple of friends from different bands that I thought would all mesh together well as personalities and like skill levels, and
Yeah.
wanted to do something heavier again and wanted to get back into playing bass again. And
Yeah. Yeah.
so I got Lee Little, the old singer from American Burn. He's a really good friend of mine. And Brian McCarthy from Thunderhawk on guitar, and Charlie Farr from Halo and the Harlots on drums. And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Thunderrock still around?
Not they're still a band. They're just not active right now.
I wondered about them because I played when you mentioned them. I've played their. They do a cover of War Pigs.
Yeah.
That I've played on
Great.
the show. That's really.
They were
good.
going to do a cover of Fleetwood Mac's The Chain.
Oh, really?
Was
Yeah.
what I heard.
Oh, wow.
But they ended up doing War Pigs.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So now, are you the other projects that you've been associated with? You know, going back like Mantra. Is Mantra doing anything now? Or
We haven't played a show, I'm going to say, in a year and a half.
yeah.
So Mike's been doing his solo thing. I'm not really sure what John's up to. And
Yeah.
Sean's just busy being the family man.
Right. And then what's
It'd be awesome if we could play.
Oh yeah, no. As you know, I love Mantra. Those are great songs, and you know the chemistry of you guys on stage is remarkable. And then of course, and what about I'm blanking on the name now. The band with Gravy,
Meat Saw.
Meat Saw. Yes, is Meat Saw doing
The
anything?
band with the gravy?
Yes, no. The lead singer's name is Gravy. What? You've never known anyone named Gravy?
Why is it that everything in your world is associated with a food item?
That's how it should be.
Oy vey.
Yes.
As if it's this point, that band's kind of disbanded.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we played I'm going to assume our last show over the in June.
Oh, okay. So so this year, relatively recently, or this year. Wow. Okay.
It was our 15-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yep.
Jeez, that's amazing. Where do you record?
So on this record, for the Cocaine Zebras record, we Did almost all of it at not Blackheart, Wrongtown Studio in Concord. Eric Ober recorded it and produced it. And then Ryan Jackson from Cactus Attack recorded the Last Apology song. And then Eric Sauter at Blackheart Sound mastered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about Razorburn City? Do you record that there too?
We recorded that at James Moody from Thunderhawk's house. The drummer
no
from
kidding.
Thunderhawk. He's got a studio in his house. It's real nice, and he was cool enough to hook it up for us. So
Outstanding.
yeah.
Well, we can. Why don't we play another track from your new album? This is here. I'll hold it up again for folks watching online. So, Scrimmy the Dirtbag and the Cocaine Zebras, Spare Parts, which is also the name of the first track on the album.
What are you gonna play?
But let's see. We got.
I want to hear "Break the Moon."
You want to hear "Break the Moon"?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you what would you like to go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great. This is a great
Like the
track.
middle section reminds me of like Ride the Lightning era Metallica breakdown. It doesn't really make any sense with the rest of the songs, but it's really fun.
Yeah. And while I'm queuing that up, this is going to be out when again?
It comes out Friday, November 22nd, and the release show is at the Dover Brick House. And we're playing with Left Lane Cruiser from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Bitter Pill from Portsmouth, I believe.
Okay.
And Joey Henry from the Calamity Cubes. He's just kind of floats around the country. I'm not really totally sure where he's from, but
really?
he's going to be there too.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Remember when everything used to come out on Tuesdays?
I do.
And then it changed.
I think about that all the time.
Do you? Yeah, it's weird, right? And then everything changed to Fridays. Yeah.
Working at a record store for the better part of a decade.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened? Why that happened?
I don't remember why it changed. Wasn't it like Eminem or something happened?
No, well, what happened was it was like this slow creeping thing where people started, what they call in music retail breaking street date to try to compete
Correct.
with each other.
Yeah.
So like Walmart would start putting out their new releases on Friday before the weekend to get a jump on everybody. And nobody could do anything about it because it's Walmart. Mm-hmm. So then the company that we worked for started doing that to
I
compete with
remember
Walmart.
the Walmart released the Eminem album like a week before it was supposed to come out.
Right,
So everybody had to just say, screw it.
Right,
and put it out.
exactly, because Walmart's so powerful. So then it became like this thing where after a while it was like, okay, I guess things come out on Friday now, and the entire industry just kind of changed, and it all started with Walmart. It's kind of a funny thing, or at least it's
And all of that is dead now, and here we are.
well, it's not all. I mean, well, actually, before we play this
You
track,
were there
Break
till the
Moon,
bitter end, weren't you?
sort of, yeah.
You
2013,
Yeah.
But that company still has
some stuff.
yeah, not much.
Yeah.
Not much. Is this strictly an online release or?
No, man, I got physical copies. You got one in your hand?
That's true. Yes, yes.
I got physical copies.
Sometimes you have to point out the obvious there for Matt.
It happens.
I
I'm
know.
the same way.
I know. But we all love them.
Physical copies go out on the 22nd. Any pre-orders are going out the week before, and it'll go up on Spotify hopefully quickly after that, and all the other streaming services.
Yeah, excellent. And you've got a website, scrimmythedirtbag.com.
That is me.
I assume it'll be there.
Yes.
Excellent.
How do you spell it? Just to make sure people know.
SCRIMMYTHEDIRTBAG.com.
Cool.
You know how
So
long
hard.
You know how long it took me to get used to referring to you as Scrimmy? Because back in 2001, the week of 9/11, you weren't using that name yet, or at least not publicly.
No, it just kind of happened.
Took me a while to adapt.
How did it happen?
It's a long story.
Really? Is it a long sordid story? Or?
It's a long, sordid story. I don't really feel like talking about it.
That's fine. All right, let's give this a listen. This is Break
You can
the
look
Moon.
it up on Urban Dictionary as well.
Oh! Well, that's
nice.
That's a good clue.
I'm so good at write that down, man. I don't want to forget it.
Right. That's a good
I want to know
clue.
where to look. I want to remember to look that up.
All right, here it is. This is Break the Moon, brand new from Scrimmy the Dirtbag and the Cocaine Zebras.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
That's great. That is Break the Moon, Scrimmy the Dirtbag, and the Cocaine Zebras. And Scrimmy is here with us live. And this is out November 22nd, you said?
Correct.
Excellent.
Find out then, November 22nd.
Now, you're still doing, you still book the Shaskeen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
8 years.
8 years you've been doing that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, because you've booked a lot of places over the years, and of course, a lot of venues.
I still help out
know.
here and there with different spots, but this is my home base.
That's a place I haven't been yet.
Yeah. It's a nice room.
Have to go.
And you do shows there every week, right? That you put on, yeah.
Yep.
And then do you play there too once in a while?
Once in a while.
Yeah. And what it's kind of a variety, right? Like you bring in a lot of different
Everything from like metal bands to some hip hop stuff to country to like the folk punk, the indie rocks, like alternative rock stuff.
Oh, wow.
Try to do different things every single week to keep it like different things flowing, I guess.
Yeah.
That's cool because a lot of times venues are like, they're kind of especially, you go to play, that's what they have the same thing or
Right.
similar style.
We don't
I
do
like
that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like mixing it up.
Yeah, well, it's nice too that that there's still somewhere in the area that really caters to original music because there's so many.
It's different when you actually have people running the show that actually are really into music.
Right, yeah.
I mean, obviously it's a business, but you have to like love it.
I was curious to ask you how things have changed in that regard because you've also been involved in that aspect of things for so long. And I used to be, I used to book a lot of shows and I did a lot of stuff at the old Uptown Tavern, which is gone now, for example. That was kind of my home base for a long time. And I did shows other places too. And, eventually my focus really shifted and as far as, more just being a broadcaster. But I'm wondering, like, from when, I don't know, if you go back even just 5 years, I mean, is it different now, or is it basically just kind of the same?
It's easier.
But it's actually easier.
It's easier now.
Interesting.
It's a little bit more
me.
stressful because of how easy it is.
Really?
Like, I don't mean like easy like in a cocky way. It's just everything's so accessible now, and
Yeah.
I can book a show within a few text messages.
Right.
I can access the band's Bandcamp pages through Bluetooth speakers from my phone.
Right.
While I'm on my break
I never really
at
thought
work
about
or-
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can check my email on my lunch break and listen to bands while I'm eating my lunch, and then I can say yes or no, or here's some dates, and
Yeah.
so.
That's really cool. I think that kind of opens things up for more bands.
But the fact that that's all so accessible means that I'm that accessible. So my social media and my email and my text messages and Messenger and everything is pretty much constantly flowing, and it's hard to keep track of everything all the time. And,
Yeah.
You almost need
so
an
that
assistant
gets,
for that.
gets stressful. I would love an intern.
Yeah. No kidding. Huh? No kidding.
Here's the first word of it. If you want to be my intern, hit me up.
Yeah. Do you get do you have to reject a lot of artists who approach you about playing at the
It
Shaskeen?
depends because some stuff I don't really have an audience for it.
Right.
I can only sell it to so many people, and like I could get a really great band in a genre that I'm not familiar in, and I wouldn't be able to promote it properly because I don't have an audience for it. It's
Right.
not something that I'm familiar with, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you ever get anything that's just awful?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've definitely gotten some interesting things over the air where I actually had to write to someone asking if this was a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever
Oh,
get
wow.
like they show them on those reality shows? Do you ever get people that like get mad at you?
Yeah.
Like keep coming after you, like, how can you not play us? We are the bestest band ever.
I have from time to time, I have to tell people that I can't book them and tell them why. Sometimes some people, like, I'm not super PC guy, obviously, but some people just kind of crossed the line with content that I'm just not interested in working with.
Yeah.
So.
That's understandable. Now, something I hear from people is that one way it's maybe this is a myth. Is it more difficult to get people out to shows though now because of technology? Because some people would rather just now you're competing with
hit or miss.
Netflix and
It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Because I definitely enjoy a good night off with like Netflix or like the Wrestling Network or whatever, and not have to do anything. Mm-hmm. But I still,
but you're around it all the time. I think that people still like it.
I still like going to shows.
Yeah,
I go.
You can't get a live show out of your TV. Not really. I mean, you can get some decent sound, but it's not the same thing as being in the room with them.
Well, some people are just really into music, and some people are very passive about it.
Yeah. But it sounds like from your perspective, this whole narrative that's out there, that because I hear it from people, and again, I'm curious about it because I've been out of that aspect of things for years now. I hear from people that it's so much harder to get people to come out for live shows now. But it sounds like
sometimes the venue has a lot to do with it, or like a promoter, or like you don't want to go see a certain band because they're a dink, It doesn't work for everybody, I guess.
But you're still having a lot of success with it at the Shaskeen. It sounds like you're still
we got a good thing going on over there.
Yeah, that's great.
Josh James gives me the liberties to get away with a lot of things, and he gives me the go to book some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So.
See, I've heard about them a number of times, and I've seen a number of shows that I've been like, oh, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Now
I really want to go.
Going out to them
now I want to go
on Netflix.
No, I mean, you know what it is? Sometimes it's just to get up and go. There was this article read not that long ago that was this whole 5-second rule thing for life. Like when you're thinking about doing something and you're like literally trying to count to 5 to get yourself to do it. I've been doing that, and I'm actually going out more and doing more things just by getting out of my own way.
I could relate to that.
Yeah. No, I think we all can at times. Yeah.
You want to play another song?
What would you like to play?
Let's play Flesh by the Pound. I think this hopefully will catch on with people's at the shows to do the sing along crap.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I like this one a lot.
This is my version of Mantras Crawling, basically.
Oh, interesting. See, I didn't think so. Now I'm going to be thinking about that as we listen to it. Yeah, Crawling's a great song. All right, so this is Flesh by the Pound. This is Scrimmy the Dirtbag and the Cocaine Zebras from the new album Spare Parts, which is going to be out November 22nd, correct? Correct. Okay. And here it is, Flesh by the Pound. This is great.
By the pound. I won't give, I won't budge. Will I be the man you want? You be the judge. I won't sow, I won't reap. Will I be the company? by the pound. Flesh by the pound. Flesh by the pound. Flesh by the pound.
That is great. That is Flesh by the Pound, brand new from Scrimmy the Dirtbag and the Cocaine Zebras. The new album Spare Parts coming out November 22nd. And no, I love that. And it's got a little bit of that Americana flavor to it. Scrimmy is here. He's at the news desk, ladies and gentlemen. Hello.
I am here to deliver the news.
Yes, yes.
We're all going to die.
Oh, no. Well, that's actually true.
Yes.
I mean, hopefully not soon, but you never know. There could be an asteroid headed for us right now, and we wouldn't even know it.
Please.
Nah, I have more. Honestly, like Armageddon would really mess up my schedule. I
wouldn't have a schedule anymore.
Right. Well, that's true. I have things to do, though. I have appointments. Don't you have appointments?
Not if the world ends.
Well, that's true. That is true. I guess that problem solves itself.
Yeah.
Have you written any apocalyptic songs?
What? So the I Killed Everyone But You song.
Yeah.
I had a dream basically, and it was almost like a zombie apocalypse dream.
Yeah.
And basically the song's about protecting the one you love and killing everybody around you.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, interesting. Brian Mackey shared a link to the Here We Go Again tour. He wasn't kidding. I thought he was kidding about Cher. She actually is doing the Here We Go Again tour.
Sweet. Here we go again.
That's great. The prices, there's tickets for front row tickets available for $2,500.
That's not bad.
Wow. Brian also says hello from Idaho, Scrimmy. So I think you have a new fan from
hello
from Idaho.
Idaho.
Do you plan on touring Idaho?
I am pretty sure I'm retired from the touring.
Are you?
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have, you've gone
all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. Like with who? Like with what projects?
Mostly I did a lot of touring with Yankee Cockfight for a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
We covered a good amount of the country.
Yeah.
And then I've done 3 or 4 tours as a solo performer, and I was able to bring a whole band on tour once.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah.
We did a summer tour and with Cactus Attack, and I had a band.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went out to the Midwest and whatnot.
Yeah. Now, why do you say you think you're kind of done with touring at this point?
It's life's changed. Things cost money.
Yeah.
Having an actual job now.
Right.
Trying to maintain a home life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. If somebody wants to pay me to go on tour, I guess I can go on tour.
Right. Right. But
gotta pay everybody else too.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not as glitzy and glamorous as people imagine.
not 8 people stuffed in a minivan with no side doors is not always what it's cracked up to be.
You can't just hop on a private jet, in other words, and just fly around and play shows.
Nope.
No.
A lot of peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Well, that's disappointing. Oh my goodness. Do you miss it at all? That part of it, or are you kind of glad?
I miss the meeting people all over
Yeah.
the place. So like that's a kind of a bummer that I have friends all over the country, or people I consider friends that I don't really get to see very often anymore.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So usually like other bands that are touring through that I've met in my travels, I usually try to scoop them up when they're coming through.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, that's good that you can do that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Jenny was asking me last night if I miss, even just, playing out and being in a band and all that. And, sometimes I do. Sometimes I get the itch. But the thing is, if I were going to do it, like, I'd have to, I don't know. Like, I would have to have, like, maybe one of the bands I was in reform or something, because I'm not going to
start from scratch.
Yeah. Not at this stage. Like, I don't want to, like, join a cover band and play Mustang Sally. You know what I mean?
That's a good thing, Matt.
It is a good thing,
for
isn't
you.
it? Yeah. I have pride, I guess. I just
Good.
Well, that and it sounds depressing. I'd kind of rather slit my wrists than do that, to be honest with you. So that kind of sucks the joy out of it,
I've definitely cut back on a lot of that too, though. Like playing shows is not as much. Trying to space things out a little bit.
Yeah.
Make more of an event out of things.
Right.
Because you're doing we're doing the cockfight days. I was doing like 100 to 150 shows a year for a couple of years.
Wow.
Just so we could keep touring and paying our rent. So
Right. But that's a little different, though.
now I'm like doing like 12
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But it's a little different, though, when you're actually making money and you're touring around to different markets and playing, and you're doing a lot of shows. I mean, that's great, really. But when because I've been in bands where, and I saw a lot of other bands doing it too, and I'm sure some still do. Actually, one leaps to mind that I'm not going to mention and I know you'd rather I not mention them. But no, but there's bands that. Like bands that I was in where we would be playing like every weekend in Manchester somewhere.
Yeah, no, I was doing the same circuit as you. I was back when I was doing the Losers Fight It thing. Like,
oh yeah, another band you were in that which I really liked. I forgot about them.
I love that band.
Yeah. What happened to them? And anything? Or
no.
Is that done?
Yeah, It's been done for a decade.
Yeah, wow.
Our singer moved to New Zealand, and our drummer got married and moved to Oregon, and then our bass player moved to New York.
Wow. Okay.
So
yeah. So everybody,
So they all left me behind.
They all left you.
Yeah.
They all left you. But yeah, I remember that now. You guys were playing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it was kind of like it's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, like from my perspective, like I was conscious of, playing the same places all the time. It's probably oversaturation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was like, but I loved, it was my favorite thing to do was to get out and play. So it's almost like in some ways.
There really wasn't any money in it.
Oh, no, that's for sure. That's for sure. The money is actually in being in a cover band and playing Mustang Sally. Irony of ironies.
Yeah. I'm all set.
Like the worst thing you could do is how you could make the money. Right? Like but isn't that just life?
I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to get to that point.
I don't think so. I can't. I don't. I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
I write songs constantly, so
yeah.
I don't really need to start a cover band. And if I'm not playing shows, I'm making or recording and writing and.
Well, that's the thing too, though. I mean, to your credit, you've built a career where you would never be at that point to begin with. You know what I mean? Because you've worked with so many people, and so many people,
There's
and you've
really great musicians around here.
There are, and you've made so much great music with so many great people that I can't imagine you ever being in a position where that would be your only option. Would be to you'll always be able to create new music with people. I think so. Yeah,
I hope so.
I think so. Whereas someone like me, like I said, if I were to step back into it now, I mean, who knows? You know what I mean?
If it's not what you're into, don't do it.
Yeah,
if you want to do it, do it.
Yeah, it's like
if you want to do something bad enough, you'll figure out a way to make it happen.
Who was the band? I can't believe that the name is escaping me now. Who's the band from around this area who, like 10 years ago, was playing like a million shows? And they would just play constantly. And no one was really going to see them. What's his name? Adam.
Oh, I knew exactly where you were going. Mongrel.
Mongrel, thank you. Yes. I can't believe I couldn't remember the name. That's how long it's been for me.
I mean, that band probably got pretty burnt out after a long time because they were playing out constantly.
Oh, yeah. That schedule was nuts.
Yeah, I see Rev. He plays in the Evil Streaks, and they're great.
I don't know them. The Evil Streaks?
Yeah.
I'll have to check them out.
They're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Rev was great. Hello to Bill Murphy in the Facebook live chat. Yeah, I think a lot of people got burnt out because that band was like...
we went through a lot of band members.
Oh, yeah.
And
Adam was the only constant.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam's a great guy. I'm not trying to say anything negative.
Another big wrestling fan.
Yes, yes. And I totally respect the work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. But my God. like, you know... I don't think
it's hard to find people to keep up, you know, and not that they're not physically capable, but it's scheduling is kind of a pain in the ass sometimes.
Right.
Unless I can afford to pay a band to go on tour, it's really not going to happen.
Right. Yeah, of course.
I've got great guys. I would love to take them more, but everybody's got lives and jobs and things and such.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wonder too, like with technology, like we were talking about earlier, you know, you can, I think it's probably easier than it's ever, well, I know it is easier now than it's ever been in certain ways to reach people in other parts of the country and in other markets without actually physically being there on tour.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Hey everyone, you've been listening to Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton here with you from IPMNation.com. I hope you've enjoyed my conversation with Scrimmy the Dirtbag. I have good news and bad news. The bad news is we're out of time on 100.1 The Planet, but the good news is there's even more that you can hear of my conversation with Scrimmy. There's another 17 minutes available at IPMNation.com/local outbreak. There you can hear the entire interview, completely unabridged and unedited, with the additional 17 minutes that we just didn't have time to include in the regular program. IPMNation.com/local outbreak. And you can get the whole thing. So, as always, thank you again to Scrimmy the Dirtbag for joining me this week on the show. Always wonderful to talk to him. Very, very talented gentleman and a great friend as well. And thank you, all of you who continue to support local music here in the Granite State. So much incredible talent here in New Hampshire. And, of course, as always, thank you to 100.1 The Planet for continuing to support the show and local music. Next month, it's 10 years of Local Outbreak. All right. That's it for me for now, and I will bring you even more great New Hampshire music next week. Thanks, everybody.
Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.